Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today I'm returning to episode number 14 in my Panzer Corps II Let's Play series, a new turn-based strategy and war game out by Slytherin and made by Flashback Games. This is a portion of a live stream that I did on my channel just the other day, and this is the second part of the Battle of Moscow. So we fought about an hour of the Battle of Moscow. Things are going relatively well at this point. That's where we're going to pick it up in this episode. This is in our Let's Play series where we're playing through the game in the 1939 campaign. We started in Poland, we went through Norway, through the Low Countries and France, and we decided rather than going to North Africa, we decided to go to the Russian front. Oh boy, what a mistake that was. Why would anyone ever do that? I'm sure German veterans would warn us that we are idiots. In any event, that's going to be where we're picking things up. I do get a little bit candid, do get a little bit real in this episode, get a little bit frustrated at times. Overall, regardless of what maybe I said on the live stream, overall, I do enjoy this game. It is a lot of fun. I do have some criticisms of the way that the campaign is designed from the way things flow. I'll leave it at that. I think you'll figure out why as we get further into the game and into the episode. But let's go ahead and pick things up where we left off last time, and I hope you guys enjoy. Oh, as a reminder, this is my second full playthrough of the Battle of Moscow. I didn't post the first because it was really bad, really ugly. I've had a couple of other sort of half-start, half-stops where I realized I was going to lose, and I didn't, feel like playing another hour just to get crushed. But just for point of reference, this is my second attempt at the Battle of Moscow, playing through the whole battle. All right. Well, in the turn, move forward to turn number 10. We're approaching the halfway point. Oh, no! More enemy TAC air! The Su-2s are really good TAC air, too. The Russian armor aggressively attacks across the river against infantry. Okay. It is snowing. All right, Pioneers, finish that bunker off. You got it. Okay. I'm not sure if the enemy armor gets released when we take the first objective, or if it's a little bit later. Guys. All right, we'll hit the enemy artillery. I'm really trying to focus on knocking out the enemy guns first. So we'll go ahead and hit this. Maybe we'll drive them back west. Apparently not. We drove them the wrong direction. Attack there, attack there. Come up here. Trying to take out the enemy anti-air units here. Got him! He surrendered. We just completely overwhelmed him. Oh shit, these 7th Grenadiers are still mounted up? Well, they're gonna be bloodied. All right, so we should be able to take this of the first objectives in Moscow next turn. We finish these guys off? Yeah, we got them. Okay. Now let's spend this rest of this turn shifting more troops south here to get them into position to drive east, because this formation in the south is going to try, keyword try, to overwhelm these KV-1s and Valentine 3s at Kolna to take the key objective in the south. That's the objective in the south. This central force should be able to deal with the 3 objectives in the city. I don't know who's going to go for the northern objective at Kim Ri. We also have to deal with the fact that the enemy, the weather is playing into the enemy's hands, and the enemy has, you know, a lot of reserves they're not drawing upon yet. But I think that's going to do it for this turn. I don't really want to drive east and attack these enemy KVs all by myself. Trying to be smart. It doesn't always work, but I'm trying. Enemy air will have to sit this next turn because this is their snowy turn. Infantry counterattacks our troops, which are technically surrounded, although they do retreat into supply, I think. Then get shot up pretty bad. No, they surrendered! We lost our first unit! Meanwhile, the enemy attacks our troops on their trucks. Artillery support goes a long way to helping them cope. Meanwhile, it is going to snow again next turn. We'll go strafe over there. I'm going to rebase my Stukas over here. Alright, let's try and hit this city. Pioneers will attack here. They'll get 0 to 5 and they'll drive them out. These Pioneers get 0 to 3 and force them to surrender. Very nice. So we took the objective. We forced the enemy to surrender. I think we should spend the rest of this turn reinforcing what we can. I haven't taken any airfields in the center here yet. That's the problem. All right, so these guys are going to pivot north to deal with the anticipated enemy attack there. Just not sure where to move some of these guys. Can these guys move yet? They can. But the Stuka just rebased this turn. Trying to move slowly east, just cautiously. I don't need to take this turn. We still have 14 turns left. It's a pretty strong formation of ours, too. If we can take this objective, then we can swing north potentially into the rear and flank some of these places here. Okay. So I think we did a good job of reinforcing most of our units. We didn't have enough to reinforce everything. It's going to be a snowy again next turn. Those damn Sukolovs. Oh, shit. KV moved forward. 3 casualties. No inflicted. Here comes the Valentine. Recon car almost dead. Run, my boys, run! Enemy infantry counterattack in the north here. Attacking the weakest of our ground units, the Pioneers. Smart. Meanwhile, a direct counterattack against the city here, again against Pioneers, it looks like. Although, we got multiple artillery units firing in support. 8 to 1! Woo, boy! That was like the attack at the beginning of Enemy at the Gates. I will take that result. Alright, we'll attack here. Drive them back and out of sight. We'll attack there. We're clearing the enemy to our front. Alright, we drove them back. We got a 1 to 4 here. I'm going to pull the Pioneers back slightly. I want to reinforce these tanks in the north, because again, I'm fully expecting this large-scale enemy counterattack at any moment. So I'm keeping the bulk of my, or not the bulk, but a good chunk of my good armor in the north. We'll keep advancing our artillery forward. Move our infantry east as well. Move some of this artillery east as well. Wait, they can't get off their buses. So we'll drop them 1 hex short. It's not supposed to snow tomorrow, although it's still going to be overcast, which isn't great. Is this? Oh, I can't fly them because it's snowing this turn. Forgot. Okay. Well, that was literally worthless. Goddamn enemy Valentines. We'll just advance our infantry along the flank. Maybe it'll cause the enemy to pull back and protect their objective back there. I need the Stukas. And the 110s, really. Those are actually good against enemy armor, too. I can't move those units. That was pointless. All right, well, let's move forward to turn number 13. We're about halfway through. More armored battles in the south. The KV is unbeatable. Enemy infantry must be trying to attack up here because our artillery just fired in support, I think. Maybe it broke up the attack completely because they were suppressed and gone. Or was that our troops who were suppressed? Alright, it's cloudy. Our fighters can't make it far enough forward. Really do need to rebase these guys, I guess. I'm guessing they can get over here from here. Alright, let's rebase our 110 south as well. We're going to move this guy out here just to eat casualties. Hopefully the enemy goes after it rather than our Stuka. We drove it back, but I can't pursue, apparently. Alright, we'll move in here behind the enemy KV. Oh, I was hoping to move in behind it. We badly shot up that Valentine, at least. Alright, let's fly over the anti-tank gun to prevent the enemy from attacking it. That might be a little bit gamey, but I'm going to guess it'll work. Alright, let's hit this enemy artillery to our front. We drove it back. Wow, 0-6. Can't quite get there, but this bunker is surrounded and will die next turn, so that'll be easier for us to maneuver within the city then. So we destroyed one of the enemy units in front of one of the objectives. We basically destroyed a bunker this turn as well. We're working on clearing the city. Okay, well, on this turn, it's going to be clear next turn, so we'll see what the enemy does. Their Sues are just annoying. And then enemy fighters come in here and attack our strategic bombers, but they don't actually do much damage. Again, that seems to be the mantra of the story. 3-1. Whew, they shot that armor up. Enemy infantry trying to break through and liberate their bunker. 3-0. Battle went in our favor. Pioneers continue the assault there. Fallschirmjägers, can they finish the... I shouldn't have even moved the Fallschirmjägers. In any event, our grenadiers helped finish the attack. Go ahead and try and deal with this bunker to the south. Okay, 3-0, 2-0. So the bunker south here. Ooh, urban legend. Those pioneers are getting good. Alright, let's reinforce them. Alright, so we're about to take the center of Moscow, which is good. We'll keep moving forward with the artillery there to support. I want to take this bunker to the south of this key objective. It's important that we do. These enemy Sioux could probably be destroyed, but I'd rather go for the enemy fighters. They're the bigger immediate threat. Got it! Nice! Can we get the Sioux as well? Yeah! Russian Air Force crash! Do I have a full playthrough of Panzer Corps? I have not. This is my... I've got a playthrough on YouTube up to this point. Up to Moscow. Alright, so... damage at the KV-2. Really need to reinforce these guys. All right, we'll take that airfield. We're going to keep trying to flank with that infantry. I'm going to pull these Panzer IVs back in an effort to get them more reinforced. I've only got 2 effective armored units, really, and one's at half strength up here in the north. Having tactical air superiority will help, but unfortunately it's going to be snowing again next turn. God damn you, Russian weather. Seems to me it's very unlikely that we will... get all the way out here and win these secondaries. There's also a very strong enemy counterattack coming. It's coming. I swear it will. It is going to be here. But for the moment, it's not. Let's go ahead and suppress this armor just to prevent any kind of counterattack from these guys. I'm not sure what's going to trigger them to counterattack. It might be a turn timer where they start moving on a specific turn. I feel like it's right around now when I got clobbered last time. Although I'm having more success this time in my second effort. Still not super optimistic. Uh-oh. T-50 coming in to counterattack our infantry down there. KV attacks our infantry in the south. Valentine attacks our infantry in the airfield. I hope that's not... Because we still have to take this objective here in the north. It is snowing now. We'll get air support again next turn. God damn it. These guys aren't going to do anything. Alright, let's wait to reinforce them until we figure out maybe we can take... I didn't knock out the enemy bunker, and therefore I'm not going to be able to knock these troops out. And I don't have any... I need money for these troops to reinforce. I'm going to continue holding these guys in reserve behind this river in the event that the enemy swings their armor forward here. 10 turns is more than enough to take these two objectives. It's just a question of when these massed enemy reinforcements start showing up. I really need this Air Force in the south to be able to help. Cloudy weather isn't ideal either. I don't know, but I'm guessing we'll figure out, Lokes, when there will be DLC for sure with this game. That is, at least Panzer Corps I certainly had a ton of it. So I would not be surprised if we see a Russian winter, or sorry, a Finnish winter, we'll probably see a Russian DLC specific for the Russian front, maybe multiples. And, you know, in that I would imagine it'll probably start with the Russian Winter War. Now, granted, it would probably be an earlier scenario in the campaign, so it might not be as hard as it should be, but I guess we'll find out. Alright, so it is cloudy, so we can have our air forces again. Move our Stuka in here to try and hit these guys. Try and hit the Valentines. Can we finish them off, maybe? Why are we getting 0 to... Like, how is this Panzer IIIJ any different? Oh, that's a Panzer IV F, that's why. We drove it into the woods, huh? Shit, why did I use my... If I had waited on my 110, then I could have potentially done some damage to it. Can we just force these guys to surrender? No. Well, they're surrounded. Maybe they can't reinforce. Alright, we'll attack there. This infantry is going to die. But it's more about distracting the enemy and allowing us to finish off the KVs. Alright, our pioneers should finish off that bunker, and they do. Good for us. Now we'll move our infantry forward here. Oh, we've got these enemy troops that did kind of hit us on the flank. Really, this northern base is critical so you can move your, you can base your air units forward. Them back. Nice. Forced him to surrender. Now, the one bad thing is we did cross this river. All right, so we will attack this Moscow Hex next turn with masses of artillery. I was able to reinforce those units. That's good. They still haven't started moving here north of the city. That's going to change soon. Be enemy artillery and support. That's fine. All right. What's next? Pussycat. Whoa. Oh, here they come. Enemy armored counterattack is approaching. Ooh, 3-1. Not good. Enemy recon cars approaching. Run away! Wrong direction. You're running toward enemies. Oh, God. So many units. No! Self-propelled anti-aircraft. Just what we need to deal with. Not like they don't have enough already. T-60s. That one was actually okay. There goes the enemy our infantry there. God damn it. We really needed to take... Oh, shit. Please don't surrender. Please don't surrender. Please don't surrender. Thank God. This is the massed Russian counterattack. You really have to take... I guess it's turn 16 where this starts. You really have to take the city by this point, I feel like, or you just get crushed. This is absurd! If any of my units in there surrendered, I would have Liam Neeson'd it. I will find you. Alright. So this guy... We can't even finish him off with that? Alright, we gotta use our Stuka, I guess. There goes the KV, so cheers, we finally destroyed it. Valentine will strafe it. Drive him back. Pull this armor north. We've got to, I mean, I don't know what else to say other than we've got to figure out a way to survive the enemy onslaught. I'm probably going to have to shift my Stukas north to deal with this large enemy formation, but I needed it to finish off the enemy enemy hordes, or the enemy KV. Now that we've finished the KV, I'm hoping we have sufficient forces in the south to deal with these guys. Okay. Artillery probably should have gone for the enemy. Why are they getting 2-1? Like, what's... Okay. I don't know why I did that. Just got my own troops surrounded. No, I clicked the wrong button. I thought that was one of my own units. This is all stupid. This is so stupid. I gotta save scum this because I was making a lot of dumb decisions. So we'll load the beginning of this turn. Yes, I'm cheating. I was just clicking a bunch of buttons by mistake and doing a lot of bad things. Being generally stupid. Don't yell at me for my stupidity. Alright. Let's finish off the enemy KV. Try and shoot this guy up a little bit. Drive that air unit back. Go ahead and attack it with our next air unit. Why would we go to 0 to 3? I don't understand that. Okay, we'll try and strafe there. I mean, my air units in the south could be decisive in blunting this enemy attack. I need to reinforce those 2 armored units down there, but that might be the key. The question is how we deal with this formation here, the BT-7, KV-1, 2 KV-1s. Dear God. T-34s. Like, what do we do? Use our pioneers here to attack these guards troops. 4 to 3. I mean, that could have been worse. I'm basically taking casualties in desperation at this point to try and overrun the enemy. So we succeeded in driving them back there. Nope. Well, I don't know if I want to do that. God damn it. I keep clicking the wrong buttons. No! Four to 2, no thank you, but I will go 0 to 2 against enemy artillery, maybe. Alright. I could deploy a reinforcement unit, yes. I'm not sure I have the prestige to be able to afford one. I mean, we need some anti-tank guns in the north. Let's take a look. We've got some prestige to, or some core to spare. We have enough T-34 40s if we wanted to field one, but we don't have enough prestige for it. Could get a Panzer Jaeger in the north. Pack 38's better, but it's not as good on the defense. Actually, they're both kind of the same on the defense. Somewhat negligible. What about an air unit? We can afford a Stuka in the north. And we can overstrength it a bit, too. So go ahead and deploy this guy up in the north, and maybe he can help turn the tide. We'll find out next turn. Still supposed to be cloudy. Don't know if it's a good idea, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I will find you, and I will kill you. Alright, enemy. I don't like... Ugh. Don't attack my armor in the city. They shouldn't be there. Goddamn T-34s. Good job, Pack 38 there on the defensive, though. You held your own. You gotta, you know, right now I feel like I just gotta be... No! Oh, this goddamn game. Fucking A, I didn't click... Alright. Let's go with the Stuka here. I'll take the casualty, just to get the enemy casualties. Alright. I didn't actually want to pursue. I think I double-clicked there, so I'll click back. I'll click back again. Alright, so we finished off the enemy armor there in the north, and we get an overrun, so theoretically we could pursue south and go after the enemy anti-aircraft, but I don't think that's smart right now, so we'll pull back. Meanwhile, in the south, these Stukas are going to go for these T-50s, which are surrounded. 5 casualties inflicted, wow. Go for these guys over here with our 110s. We'll get the overrun of this enemy unit. Is the Valentine 3 really that much better than our damn armor? Reinforce the armor in the south there. With the 1 to 3, 2 to 1. Pull these guys back. Try and get them back into supply. Do something. Oh, great. I just got those guys encircled, didn't I? Okay. Strafe these guys. Strafe these guys. Okay, with this reinforced armor in the south, I think we can take Kolna in the south. But we did lose one of the objectives here in the north. Back. Let's pull our army out of the city here. We'll attack the anti-aircraft gun. Maybe that'll have some effect. One of the KVs is moving into the city, which is kind of interesting. What happens if we attack these guys? Nothing. Okay. Some of this music sounds a little bit like Medal of Honor Allied Assault to me. All right, we've got 7 more days. Oh my god, look at all of these units out here. KV-2s! How the hell are we supposed to survive this? Let alone take these objectives. Alright, we'll see what happens. Enemy armored cars attacking our armored cars. Our armored cars are toast. I don't have enough Air Force. And I still have to take... If it was just taking these 2 objectives in the south, I might have a chance, but I've also got to take that 1 objective way up there in the north. And even if I do suck them into the city, my infantry can't really destroy their KVs. There's so much anti-aircraft. That was actually a pretty good defense there, though. Those Pioneers actually pretty badly shot up that enemy armored unit. Nice. Some of the music also literally sounds like Pokemon. Just gonna say. Nice. Fallschirmjäger's got the KVs. Escape from your encirclement. All right. We got 6 more turns. I've got to take this guy out up north. I mean, we're getting some shots in. Probably not enough, but we're getting some shots in. Cybertroner, thank you for the follow. Why do I get a 0 to 3 there? I don't understand. Like, I know that unit's not great against enemy infantry, but the PZ-4 should do better than that. I don't understand. It's going to be snowing next turn, so that's going to suck. I don't know, like, I'm pretty disheartened at this point. I just kind of want to give up. More enemy counterattacks. There goes our armored car unit. We couldn't save it. More T-34s attacking our armor in the north there. Now our armor is cut off. Retreat to safety, my lads. Oh, more enemy units. I'm encircled again. Heroic defense. Oof. All of these units, it's just absurd. Another heroic defense medal. Well, good for you, boys. Keep hanging in there. Be so heroic to lose the Battle of Moscow. We're being pushed back. Please don't kill him. No, all those heroic defenses are for naught. Jesus Christ. Why can't these guys move? Okay, so they destroy that enemy infantry and get the overrun. Then they finish off this enemy infantry here in the south. I mean, I don't want anti-tank guns. I don't want my tanks taking out anti-tank guns. That's not the efficient way to fight. It's gonna be sunny tomorrow. No, I clicked the wrong button. I mean, in theory, there's only 2 more objectives to take. But it's just so... I don't know. At this point, it just feels so damn improbable. I mean, our infantry are doing better against his heavy tanks in the city itself. That's a thing. I can't rebase my troops when it's bad weather, or my air. So as much as I'd like to shift my air north, I can't do it till next turn. Don't have money for reinforcements. Yeah. Maybe they'll try and drive some of their northern units south and take some of the pressure off us up there. Because I have to take that base in the south. Killer Frenzy, I have to take the base that I'm attacking in the south. There goes one of those units with an overrun. 4-1, lovely. Yeah, this is going to be another defeat, guys. I don't know how you're supposed to win Moscow. I really don't. With that strong of a counterattack. I get that, Jack, but my problem is, like, when it... I guess it just becomes too much of a puzzle game at this point for me to really enjoy. Hey, we took the southern objective. I mean, I have to take these 2 objectives, and I have to take this objective up north to win. And I only have 4 turns left. I can't, at this point, I literally can't win. Trying to reinforce my troops in the south, but doesn't really matter. Even if I push these guys north, they're too weak and they won't get there in time. Oh look, it's snowing again. I can't do anything. Hey Callum Bam4, thanks for the follow. It's a mouthful, also thank you for the follow. Red Army, fuck you. Don't follow. By Red Army, I mean the enemy in the game. I mean, we did better than last time. So there's that. God, look, they still have like KVs that they're not even using just in reserve. Oh, man. So disheartening. Even the ambush, we only killed 2. Well, this is probably going to do it for Panzer Corps II. I don't think I want to play this anymore, nor do I want to figure out how to solve the puzzle of Moscow. I don't want to have to rebuild my entire army just for, you know, urban fighting. I understand there's challenges with an armored formation. I did rebuild a fair bit of my army with a lot of infantry and a fair bit of artillery. Obviously, it didn't have enough anti-tank, but most of the stuff just ran me over in the city anyway. I don't know how effective that would really be in the city. It's whatever. For the game to go a complete 180 in how it plays in the course of like one battle, to just be something that's completely overwhelming with literally no option to lose. I think that's the most frustrating thing. Like, if this was a battle where you had to make some key decisions and decide whether you wanted to, like, commit or not, and then, you know, you had to kind of weigh the losses against, you know, the future survival of the Wehrmacht, then I could get on board with that. You know, that's kind of how Panzer General originally was. You could lose the battle, you could lose battles in Panzer Corps. And the fact that you can't lose battles in this game is just so irritating to me, because I'm not a big. I mean, I understand a lot of games work that way, where it's sort of a linear progression of here's the way that the battles go or whatnot. But it's just there's no appeal to that for me. So, you know, to each their own. But yeah, this is probably going to do it for Panzer Corps as we kind of conclude on the defeat of this battle. Hey, Midnight Crew, thanks for the follow. I don't even care anymore. Thanks, dude. Hope you enjoyed it. Did you were you the one who commented earlier today on the final video of my Axis playthrough? I made you buy the game. It's an interesting little game. I will say I'm surprised how many people ask me, like, is Panzer Corps II better than EU4? Or is Strategic Command better than EU4? Like, I get the concept where it's like, I need to know if I should spend my money on A or B. So, like, that makes sense to me. But, like, the games are so vastly different that it's like, if you're looking for EU4, you probably shouldn't have played a game like that or this. But that doesn't mean that EU4 is necessarily better. It's just different, right? Like, they're different. They're completely different types of games. I mean, EU4 might be, for some people anyway, the gold standard for World War II games, but they're completely different types of games. I think that's the thing, right? Like, would you compare Call of Duty to EU4? I mean, Call of Duty is an FPS. In my mind, that's as vastly different as EU is to a game like this. They're both about World War II, and that's about it. I've abdicated my responsibilities. I've just clicked through the turn and said, fuck you, troops, figure it out yourselves. Defeat. Yep, it was a defeat. We got rolled. Sorry, Wehrmacht. Army Group Center died early. Rigster, thanks for the follow. And that's the end of the campaign. God, that's irritating. All right, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. Sorry for being so salty here at the end. I did enjoy most of the stream. It was an interesting challenge. We got closer than we did last time to victory at Moscow, but I don't have any desire to try that one again. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, the stream. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, guys, this is the Historical Gamer once again saying thanks for watching. And I'll say it again. Until next time, I'm out.